Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2, check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Was he supposed to?
He said he was sending it out now. Yeah, he was sending it out. I don't think so.
Yeah. Check, 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 check.
What you got going on?
Make sure this thing is ready to rock and roll.
Running it. Guy.
In my mouth, they don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. And I ain't never looked forward. Shit, I blaze in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. And I've been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. Behind me say I cup full. No room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't U.P.K, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm U.P.K, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter. The lies are sweet, tried everything. I guess me and YAHANNA had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring their bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time. This Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Should call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Lord to the king. I want that straight like heaven. Bitch, I'm loyal to the king. That's right. Bring that hot flame, U.P.K, Lord to the king. Until the righteous reign. Lord to the king, I want that straight like heaven. Bitch, I'm U.P.K, Lord to the king.
You understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the Lord. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, the robber link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaica, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Go through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yashra Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto and Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Want to be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim. Homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms. Never getting treatment, something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long and it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't dead, then we'll dream it like quoting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches, making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Lessons protecting our adolescents.
Slush, our camera's not on you, but Slush, I don't think your audio source is correct.
What the complexion we gotta
Say again?
I don't think your audio source is the right one. At least I'm hearing kind of like an echo. Salaki, sir.
Okay, hold tight for a second. What a problem. Check, check, check. Can you hear me now?
Con, that's better, sir.
That's good to go. That's better.
Con on the one con, sir.
Most High in Christ. That brotherhood is a weapon. And so is sisterhoods. You know what I'm saying? Salaki. We'll make sure we put that out there. We got everybody. So you got everybody, Tabu One? You have everybody? Is everything up and running?
Salaki, sir, we just see you. We see Fayetteville and Durham.
I
we
think,
don't see anybody else. Okay, so we're gonna add two. Okay, hold on a second. Hey, Tabu, you added the two? Yeah, like
that's us ringing or them ringing.
Okay. Yeah, but
Check.
I don't see nobody else. Nobody else.
No.
I think that's them. It's fine. Maybe turn the gain down just a little bit. Turn my gain down. So check. Yeah.
Yeah, Jamaica here.
Check. Yeah, perfect. Con, I can hear you. This Akaska.
Jamaica. How about that one?
How about that one? What's happening?
Not much.
You looking strong, soldier. Beside Christ.
Yeah.
Durham, y'all good?
Yes. And we see Jamaica in the building too.
Who's that?
Yahweh Shem Hashai Barakatah.
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Barakathum. All right. So let's clap it up. Most High in Christ, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakathum to the Akim, the brothers, Yahweh Shema Alathan, by Shem Yahweh Shai to the sisters. I'm preaching officer of 5,000. Zion Yahweh reporting from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Lord willing, I can hold down the class until Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayathaq Banyamia comes into the class. Well, we teach the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, all the 12 tribes, the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You understand? In 2026, there's nothing more imperative than us waking up to the truth of the Bible and who we really are. What is the truth, you may ask? The truth is we descend from the greatest nation of people that ever walked the face of the earth. We have been destroyed by our enemies in the earth. Our enemies have taken full advantage of us, not knowing our cultural history. They've taken full advantage of us, not knowing our cultural responsibilities, if I may. Our cultural norms. We've accepted things that are not normal to us, and we eat those things up, and we use them as a basis to make our decisions in life. And those decisions go completely against the Bible. You understand? The Bible is our constitution that the Lord gave us as Black, Hispanic, Native Indians. Now, just because we're in this empire doesn't mean we have to act like the people that we see from day to day. And when I'm talking about the people, I'm talking about our enemies. Today in the Christian church, your pastor will have you believing that there are no such things as enemies. You understand? He'll have you thinking that we're all supposed to hold hand in hand and join. We shall overcome and fight oppression together. But real priests and prophets of the Lord, the ones who understand our heritage and our responsibilities as leaders, we understand that true freedom doesn't come with holding. It doesn't come from holding hands with your enemies, if I may. You understand? Our freedom has to come from being completely independent. That's something that Martin Luther King did not understand. And even in his latter days, he began to say, what? I feared I had just marched my people into a burning building. Well, the only question that I never got a chance to ask Martin Luther the King, Orgy Mike, I never did get a chance to ask him, what do you mean by my people? We always sing these songs and these old Christian, you know, we coming up on what? Black History Month in February, correct? What are those songs that our ancestors used to sing? We shall overcome. Lift every voice and sing that black, what we call it, the black what? Negro anthem. Why shouldn't we let what give me some of them good what's her name? Yeah, them nigga shit, yeah, them Negro anthems. Shouldn't we let people like no, I'm talking about, shouldn't Taylor Swift be able to sing these songs? Well, why are our people allowed? Why are we singing the national anthem? You see how you just said la, and we talking about the Negro national anthem, right? We should let Taylor Swift sing it. Since we all are a melting pot, we should let Adele sing these songs, right? We would be instantly offended if we seen one of them singing those songs. I guarantee it would go. Look, they trying. Look, yeah, we're gonna touch something tonight. So like you, pause. Right? Look, check me out. It would go viral if you seen Adele, Katy Perry. What's the other one I just said? What's her name? Taylor Swift. Let them sing one of them Negro anthems. Let them mess around and sing Lift Every Voice and sing. I guarantee it'd be an uproar. I guarantee it. But you know what we'll do? We applaud when Whitney Houston sang the national anthem. And these things go right along with the issues that Martin Luther King could not see. As in, that's why his deaths were prophesied in the Bible. You understand? As to who? That dreamer of dreams. Now, I had an opportunity. They've been a busy day, just like every day in this truth and doing the work of the Lord. Like it's forever going out. You think you got time to sit down and think to yourself, you may catch a good, 2 or 3 minute nap, and that's it. My real be like, you fall asleep anywhere. I'm like, yeah, I do. Yeah, that's on the ground, on the floor if I need be. You understand? But I put it into GPT, right? And I was like, what are some of the essential resources that African Americans gave up or lost during trying to join as the strength during integration, right? And it pretty interesting, right? So lets me know that everybody know that was something that we lost during integration into this empire. So I would just ask, like, what do y'all think some of the things we lost that were essential resources to us as a black community during integration, if I may?
So like I said, if I may.
Come on, Yanazar.
Okay, so we, like you said, we lost a tremendous amount of things, right? So what we lost, first of all, was we lost our dignity because we lost self-employment. Example, even when I was a kid, in the black community, there was black stores and grocery stores and meat markets. And even when I was a little boy, I seen that. You understand? So we lost all of that. We lost the black baseball league. We lost the black hockey league. We lost the black football league and the stadiums that employed black people. We lost all that.
Let me put it in the words. Like, I'm gonna put it in the words so that way we can quantify what you're saying. It says before integration, black communities had self-sustaining ecosystems. Self-sustaining ecosystems. So what it's saying is the fact that we integrated, even ChatGPT said that of the form of integration, we lost a lot of those self-sustaining ecosystems, meaning we directly benefited from what we did from day to day. From the minute you woke up as a productive member of society, your community instantly benefited from you doing something in your neighborhood. Now, most of us, when we wake up in the morning, how far do we have to drive into another community to our slaveries? How far are we having to drive on a daily? 35 minutes a commute to your slavery. Now, so that means all the resources that you could have stopped at, like Yanazar said, the stores, all right, that you drove past, that are non-existent in your community anymore, you're driving to their stores. Meaning what? The ecosystem that we had to be self-sustained went away. It went away. I remember Eddie Murphy had what's the Eddie Murphy special that they had? The one he wore that purple tight gym suit that he had on, that leather suit.
Eddie, that one said Eddie Murphy Raw.
Eddie Murphy Raw. And he was like, my mama made me this big hamburger. Look at this hamburger meat. You know what I'm saying? It was like a joke because he said he couldn't go to McDonald's. Everybody remember the joke? Oh, your mama you to McDonald's. We got, and your mama, he said, my mama made me this big ass lopsided hamburger and the hamburger all outside the bun. He like, but
it was a welfare green pepper burger, sir.
Say again?
It was a welfare. He said, where you get that big welfare green pepper burger from?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
God.
So even in the community, that's something that was self-sustained. You understand? Those are the things that we had in our community that your mother could make, and guess what? You wasn't hungry. But today, when your child think about being fed, what do they think about? They're not thinking about you cooking unless you're a cook. Unless you got a rib that, that likes to cook. But most of the time, we looking for what, Quadam? Convenience, man. We looking for convenience. We're looking for McDonald's to raise our children. We're looking for these iPhones and the iPads to raise our children. That's not what the Lord wanted for us, man. And do you think Martin Luther King thought with this having these things, having us to conform to this empire, we would lose those things, man? He realized in his latter days that guess what? There is no bargaining chip when you're talking about joining with the oppressor. There is no, well, I'm just going to give you a little bit and you stay over there on that side and I'm going to stay over here and we can coexist. You're dealing with a devil, you understand? You're dealing with a real oppressor. There is no half and half when it comes to dealing with the oppressor. He wants you to bow down so he can walk over thee. That's scripture say. Right? So we lost what those things? Give me that Deuteronomy 28. I want to say 36 or 48. You can't. So we lost the ability to be self-sustained with ecosystems, right? And it said integration often redirected black dollars and talent outward, weakening these institutions rather than integrating power. You got it, Salaki. It said integration often redirected black dollars and talent outward, weakening these institutions rather than integrating power, equality, right? So what does that mean, Yonazar? If you would put that in layman's terms. I can ask Taba One that. It says integration often redirected black dollars and talent outward, right? Weakening these institutions rather than gaining power and equality. What does that mean?
So basically, it means that the talent pool was diluted, watered down, because now instead of, if I got, let's say in our community, we got 20 brothers, you know what I'm saying, that's capable of carpentry and different, you know, things, the handiwork. Well, now trades, and 15 of them got jobs downtown working on at the Empire State Building or working on something for the oppressor. Well, now that's less brothers that we can use to build some homes for us, to build some new buildings for us, some civic buildings and so on. So it's like our resources were literally watered down by way of them being shipped out somewhere else. So like it.
Right. And to add to it, you used to call Mr. Johnson, and Mr. Johnson lived right up the street. And if you had a problem with your electric or your television or your roof, you would call Mr. Johnson, and guess what? He would just literally walk down and see what was going on with your home or your house. But the integration, guess what? Mr. Charlie had to move to the city because Martin Luther King told him, well, you can live a better life where you can fix everybody's roof. Right. You see what happens? Oh, and that's the gimmick. Man, you can be whatever you want to be. Where? In the army. Only in the army, though. So whose army we had to join? Uncle Sam's want you. Who? These are the things that integration forced into the Black, Hispanic, Native Indian mind, man. That joining the oppressor lifestyle was better than what we had already. And who pushed this on us? Martin Luther King. The whole civil rights movement was to get our resources, get the resources that we did have out of our hands and put them into theirs. So we can integrate civilly. Right? What you got, Quadon? It's muted. Go ahead.
Check. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Most High shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
What verse is that?
Deuteronomy 28 and 48 out of one.
Go to 52.
52. It says Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 52. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustedest throughout all thy land.
Right.
And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates.
Right.
Throughout all thy land, which the Most High thy God have given thee.
Right. So everything that we had, what does the word besiege mean, Thaba One? What does the word besiege mean? So we can break it all the way down.
Okay, sir. The word besiege means, I'm going to get the actual definition if that's too wild with you, sir.
Please.
Okay. Besiege, to surround a place with armed forces in order to capture it or force its surrender.
Read that verse again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 52. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates.
They forced us to surrender through integration.
Okay.
They forced us to put down our guard. They forced us to put our guard down through integration. Not knowing that he is the real enemy, thinking that you get something for nothing, right? The oppressor waves these shiny nickels in front of you. And what did we gain in return? What did we gain in return? We was able to not be harmed. We were better off after we was joining with the oppressor. But what have we really gained? Has he really changed? Do we see a change in his behavior at all? Have we seen a change in our behavior? His behavior hasn't changed at all. He's always been evil and wicked. That's what the scripture says. But what have we begun to do? We begin to look for some type of compassion from a devil, which you would never get. And in doing so, we begin to act just like him. Okay. To get the love that we think we want from the oppressor, we have to love the things that he wants us to love. That's why so many black Hispanics, that's why we love going to work. You understand? You love, a lot of us, we go to work to make the money, but some of us got the mind to go to work to make Mr. Charlie happy. You think being on that job every day, him smiling at you, seeing you in that damn seat every day, you're gonna get some type of peace from him. I'm gonna show up, make sure he know I'm here, Quadon. He don't give a damn. Because just to show you that day you don't show up, guess what he gonna do? He gonna go right back in the streets and have somebody else fill out an application. He's gonna go on. There's so many people that work 30, 40 years on the job and have a heart attack on the job. Don't even make it to retirement. Right. That's, you know what I'm saying? We spend a lot of our time looking for a way out when the only way out is the truth and knowing who we are according to the Bible. You understand? We have to look at the thing that Martin Luther King put in front of us and realize that it was evil and wicked and it was against the Lord. Martin Luther King's dream was a dream that he had. It wasn't what the Lord had designed for Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians to have. The Lord wanted us to have a nation of people, not a dream to serve and integrate with another people. You understand? He wanted us to love each other. You understand? Not the idea of joining with all the other nations as a way of having freedom and love. You understand? Read that verse again.
Slap this up.
Come on, Abba, that one.
Martin Luther King is a perfect example of Deuteronomy 28 and 29.
Deuteronomy 28 and 29?
Answer. I'm going to read it.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt grope, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee.
It's heavy. Heavy.
That's what's happening.
Right. Go ahead, Quadon.
Come is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 52.
It's heavy, Abadiah one.
And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustedest throughout all thy land.
Stop. So our high and fenced in walls was supposed to be our what? Our protection. Our barrier that we had between us and the other nations. But in integration, guess what we did? We lowered those walls. We lowered our protection. That's why they were in Selma, Alabama, where we seen they was getting hit. Children, young teenage boys and girls, young men and young women getting hit with water cannons. If you had your protection up, you think you would have got hit with a water cannon? Hell no. It's only when you let down your protection, you let down your guard. And that's what integration gave us the mindset to let down our guard. The Bible tells us to what? Never trust thine enemy. Just as sure as iron rusted, showed his wickedness. I'm paraphrasing. So you know what that means? You know, if you leave metal outside, right? No matter, you can have that. What's them nice knives, Bunky, y'all, that they got? Them really expensive knives. Never rust. Sharpen one time, it'll cut watermelon. A Kershaw. Yeah. Sharpen one time, it'll last you 5 million years. Ginsu knife. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, the Ginsu knife. You leave that goddamn knife outside a week, it's gonna what? It's gonna rust. And why would somebody leave something like that outside? They don't value it, right? So when you put down your guard, his rust, that thing that he is, that sneaky way. See, we forget how when the oppressor gets over on us, we forget what goes through his mind. You understand? When you sign that car loan, you know you got screwed. You understand? You see, you went there saying, I'm gonna got me a new car at 30.365 interest rate. Like, damn, he got me. You're like, damn, you get on a lot. You know when you go in that car lot, that salesman gonna get you. When you go in there to the not the salesman doesn't get you, it's the finance manager that gets you. Yeah, the finance manager, yeah. The salesman tell you anything to get you. Yeah. We want leather seats? Yeah, we get leather seats. Yeah, get a leather seats. You know what I'm saying? What you want the sunroof? Yeah, you get her the sunroof. And then what they do, right? We gonna give you the extended warranty. You like, yeah, I'm giving me a nice extended warranty. And by the time once you get your ass in there with that finance manager, all the things that you say that you wanted, he get to hitting that calculator now. Well, Mr. Bunker, y'all, what it look like, you're gonna have a $3,000 car payment. And by the time we get that full, he waving that car in front of you because he done showed you everything that you think you wanted in that car. The leather seats, you got it. The sunroof, you got it. The fog lights, you got it. The same thing the oppressor done to us. Oh, you wanted schools? You got them. You wanted books? You got them. Or you want to play baseball and football with the white man? You want to play with us? You got it. But when we get in the game and we sit down in those schools and those organizations, when they call, hey, nigga boy, you realize it's the same feeling when you walk into that car dealership and you sit down with that finance manager. You're like, damn, oh, this about to hurt. That's Martin Luther King's dream, to have us go through pain and hurt and know that you're going through it for a dream of what? Something that you'll never have. Equality with the oppressor. That's what he was fishing for, Bunker, y'all. And in doing so, we what, Quadon? Lowered our what?
A high wall and fence.
Yeah, we lowered those things. That car sitting in front of you, you thought you wanted that car? You know damn well you don't want to pay for that car. But guess what you did? Let me look at it one more time. pull it back up front, Bunker, y'all. Yeah, we lowered those things trying to join with the oppressor. And you have somebody like Martin Luther King. Oh, he was smooth with it. My little boy and little girls, we must overcome the mountaintop. I may not make it there with you. Said, damn. Yeah, like that. We got conditioned to enjoy that way of thinking. Because your granddaddy didn't talk like that. Your granddaddy said, don't go down there and mess with them folk, boy. Your granddaddy don't go down there. Hey, it's dark. Don't go down there, you know. Make sure you whatever you got to do, go out there and come straight back home. That's how granddaddy talk. Well, granddaddy old, man. You don't hear that. We want to hear what this King fella talking about. But the integration, we can get white girls. That's his dream. And in doing so, we lowered our what? We lowered our protection, okay? Most High in Christ. And with that, I'm going to turn the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayathaq Bunyam. Y'all clap it up.
What's going on, y'all?
Cap.
Yeah, how about you, thumb? Yeah, how Shema Tabba Shema Shai? Hey, Taba one.
Double one is absent at the moment, sir. Select.
Absent. Okay. Let's see who could do it, man. All right, let's go. Any questions? Let's see if I can do this. Hey, look, Abadawan, you there?
I don't see any in the chat, Cap. I don't see any. We got a question in the classroom, sir.
Come on.
Hold on.
So, like, sir, if I may, I got a question on songs 5 and 10. When it talks about King Solomon, is it? It says, Song of Solomon, Songs of Songs 5 and 10. My beloved is white and ruddy, the chiefest among 10,000. Would this be kind of like how, or exactly how they describe King David, where King David was called ruddy as well?
Okay. White meaning what?
I know it's not saying he's white as far as the color of him, but you know, the oppressor.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
know, the
I see what you're
oppressor, they
saying. You're
always try to
saying, say, go ahead. Say like a could I'm finished.
Come on, sir. So, like, you know, the oppressor always try to say that he's a white man, and then of course we say Esau is red, and now they're saying it's ruddy. But from my understanding, it's like, I guess he was kind of like a handsome brother, like his father.
Okay, with the ruddy, yes, meaning he had that, that young look. You understand? Now the white, what is that talking about?
So, like, sir, when I went into the Hebrew, it says tazak, which means dazzling, glowing, clear, or bright.
Yeah,
so
clean. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Songs. I'm young, fresh, and clean. I know that.
So clean.
Fresh and so clean. Yeah, that's him. You understand? That's David. You understand? Remember, David is the same brother that had the gold in his cheeks, meaning what? He had gold teeth. He was rocking it back then. You understand what I'm saying? So all this is just, his woman saying how, how he looks. He's shining. You understand? He ain't, he ain't just like, like any fly by night. You know what I mean?
Sir.
All right.
The water, sir.
Anyway. Go ahead.
So, like I said, that's on the question that I see. And I don't see it in the chat.
I know, sweat. Then let's get into it. I think he was touching on Martin Luther King too.
Yes, sir. Right?
And just remember, make sure and teach your kids about Martin Luther King and how disgusting he was. As a so-called black leader. You understand? For trying to join us onto a burning house. Get that for me. See if we can get that tab one. Who behind the computer? Right. I want where it came out Martin Luther King own mouth that he brought us into a burning house. Give me Jeremiah. All right. Give me 1 minute, right? But give me Jeremiah by the time. All right.
Okay, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 25. It says, I have heard what the prophet said, that prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. Verse 26. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart. Verse 27, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal.
So hold on, read that part over again where it say you made people forget.
Come, the book of Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 27, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal.
Right. And what did we do today? That is so in line with Martin Luther King. You understand? That's so in line with him, meaning what? Today, black people flock the Christian church. You understand? And the Christian church has taught us to forget the Lord's reputation. You go talk to a Christian and explain to him the real God in that Bible. And guess what they're going to say? What do you think those Christians are going to say? Not my Jesus, not my God. And if he has to be violent like that, I do not want to serve him. But you're serving a white man who is, you know what I mean, the most vicious and cruel creature on the planet Earth right now. But you ain't want to serve the Most High because the Old Testament too bloody fair. And because you don't know the Bible. That's why you're saying that. You do not know the Bible, and your preacher, like Martin Luther King, you understand? The Lord is telling you not to follow these men. You understand? And that's why it's so good to come and learn about these things. Why? So that you know your enemy. What would your enemy do pertaining to your leaders? What would your enemy do pertaining to the leaders? Who raised up Martin Luther King?
So like I said, the church.
Yeah, I'll take that. But
yes, sir.
Come
The
on,
oppressor, sir.
the oppressor.
Come on.
He's the one. He's the one that made. Remember, what was yesterday? What was yesterday? Yesterday was
So like I
his
said, it was
birthday.
his birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah. Who made us? Who gave us a holiday? The oppressor.
So like I said, the oppressor did.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Which lets you know I will question every black leader that America or your oppressors try to tell you your youth should try to follow. Every last one of them I will question. You understand? I will question it. Why? Play this tab one. You have it? You have it there? You want to play it on?
Come, sir.
So like
Go
it, sir, Bunky, I was able to find it.
I think tab one have it here too. Tawada Bankia. No, this is Bankia, right?
That dream.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I don't understand
that
what
I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, I'm not one to lose hope. I keep on hoping. I still have faith in the future.
Now,
but I've
Bankia,
had to
when was this?
analyze many things over the last few years, and I would say,
when was this? Yeah, young man Desiree, I sent you the link. Check your WhatsApp. When was this video? Now that had to be when he was alive, right? When was he unalive? 60 something?
Salakia, sir. It says shortly before his assassination in 1968, King told Belafonte, you want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've come upon something that disturbs me deeply. We have fought hard and long for integration, as I believe we should have, and I know that we will win, but I've come to believe we're integrating into a burning house.
No, you understand what he's saying, right? He's saying that he know that we are going to what?
Salakia. He said, Salakia, sir. He said, I've come upon something that disturbs me deeply. We have fought hard and longed for integration, as I believe we should have, and I know that we will win.
That we will win.
I've come to believe.
He's saying that we will win. And this was since in the 1960s. Win what, Negro? Win what? Read on.
But I've come to believe we're integrating into a burning house.
But he's saying he integrated into a what?
A burning house.
Integrated into a burning house. Brother. And he is in the White House. That Negro is in the White House. You understand? He is in it. Doing what? You understand? Like giving blacks and black people, false hope. And your oppressor wants you to be like Martin Luther King, to fight and just hold on to what? What did Martin Luther King hold on to?
Hope.
Yeah. That's why Barack Obama was able to come in and say hope and change. And the entire black community was behind Barack Obama. Brother, I wish I had a video of how these, remember the apartment in DC, brother, and you could hear people screaming outside, saying, yes, yes, we did it. Not knowing this is just a smoke screen. Because Barack Obama left in what, 2004? And where's black people condition today? Worse. Things got worse for black people. So we didn't do anything. We didn't achieve anything. And Barack Obama was an African. He was not an Israelite. He was not a Negro. His wife, Michelle Obama, was a Negro. You understand? All right? Now, okay. I think, let me see. Let me jump into some of the questions here, right? Young man, you could read your question.
God. So I wanted to know in Numbers 30 and 5, how does a man overrule a vow that a woman gives on the same day?
Okay. Let me get with you. Let me see what? Hold on. Go down and read it.
So like the scripture, sir?
Yeah. And it says Numbers, right? Numbers what?
Numbers 30 and 5. I don't have the scripture in front of me. Salakia.
Somebody get it for
It's the
him.
book of
Numbers. Anybody there?
concept. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 30, verse 5.
So like, so you want the young man to read it, Bible?
No, he does not have the he doesn't have I think he's using his phone. So just read what's it? Read one for me.
Come on, so it's the book of Numbers, chapter 30, verse 5. But if
start at verse 1.
If her father disallow her,
start at verse
Numbers
1.
chapter 30, verse 1. And Moses, sir. Numbers 30 and 1. And Moses spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing which the Most High have commanded. Verse 2. If a man vow a vow unto the Most High, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word.
When does this happen with a man? When does this happen?
So like, yes, sir, like when you come in at the truth, You know what I mean?
Yes, when that oil is being poured on your head,
Okay.
you understand? You have a chance for that oil not to be poured on your head. Why? Because you were doing it. Remember, when you do it, brothers have to stand up and do what?
And vouch for
When a man
yourself.
receive his name, what does a brother have to do?
Vouch
Not
for
his name,
yourself.
but more so his rank.
Say your name 3 times.
Say your name 3 times, but that rank, when you give him that rank also too, and that all be poured on your head, what happens? 2 brothers had to stand up and say, yeah, I vouch for this brother. You understand? So start over again, verse 2.
Verse 2. If a man vow a vow unto the Most High, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his
You
word.
come into the truth, and you say what? You're going to do what? You're going to pick up the sword, and you're not going to do what? You're going to drop it. You're going to get that oil poured on your head, and you're going to go to camp. You're going to uphold everything that's in this Bible. You vow a vow. You understand? Read on.
He shall not break his word. He
shall
shall
not
do
what?
according to all that proceeded out of. He shall not
what?
break his word.
He should not break a
Break his
contract,
word.
something that he is written. He shouldn't break what?
He shall not break his word.
Yeah. You understand? That's how we did it. That's how we did it. The oppressor, he makes you write on a paper, and he still don't keep it. You see what he's trying to do with Greenland right now? They say no NATO. I forget how it goes when it comes to NATO and their own their country. They're not supposed to go to war with each other, but they will break their word. You created a whole UN charter. Had people what? Sign their name as a binding contract forever. And it's being broken. You know what I mean? When you come in here and you give your word, you better not break it. He's saying he shall not break his word. Read on.
He shall do according to all that proceeded out of his mouth.
You understand? To do all that proceeded out of his mouth. Yes, I'm going to do it. You want this all point here? Yes, last council. I want it. No sweat, brother. You're going to get it. You better not drop your sword, though. You understand? You better not drop your sword. You understand? That's why, you brothers in here, you my brothers. You get up and leave out of here, I don't know you. You understand? I do not. You understand? Read on.
Verse 3. If a woman also vow a vow unto the Most High,
So
and
a
bind
woman could do it
herself,
too. You understand? She could do it too. Right? Read on.
and bind herself by a bond, being in her father's house in her youth.
Right.
Verse
So
4.
In other words, this is being done in front what? This is all being done in front of what? A priest. You understand? And she is what? In her father's house. Meaning what? Meaning this woman is what? She's not married. Right? And she did it in her youth. Right? Read on.
Verse 4. And her father hear her vow, and her bond wherewith she had bound her soul, and her father shall hold his peace at her.
So meaning what? Father should do what? When it say hold his peace, meaning what?
So, like it, sir, if I may, he's
Mhm.
gonna let her do the vow and not interrupt the vow that she's taking with the Lord.
Yes. You can't be like, yo, hold up. Now you can't. No, hold your peace out. Right? Read on.
Khan. Then all her vows shall stand.
Right.
And every
So he
bond.
ain't saying nothing when he hear it. Meaning he ain't go against it. Then it shall what?
Then all her vows shall stand.
It shall stand.
And every
Meaning what?
bond.
When it say every vow shall stand, what that mean?
So, like it, sir, everything that she's vowed to the Most High, you understand? If that's what she has to uphold to.
Yes. Right. Read on.
Khan. And every bond wherewith she has bound her soul shall stand.
Right. Meaning now that's it. It's in how you put it, like in ink. It's done. You can't do what? You can't take it back. No, this is it. It's going to stand. Now read on.
Khan, verse 5. But if her father disallow her in the day that he heareth,
Meaning what?
not
The
any
father
of her
now.
vows.
So what did the father do?
He stopped her from saying her vows.
So meaning what? The father did what? He did not do what?
So, like I said, he didn't do what verse 4 said. He didn't hold his peace.
Yeah, he didn't hold his peace. He's like, hold up now. Wait. Nah. Read on.
Khan. Not any of her vows or of her bonds wherewith she had bound her soul shall stand.
Right? He's like, because this is a what? This is a what?
A
vow.
A
A vow, but meaning pertaining to the person that making it. This is a what? A
marriage,
young
sir.
sister. A young sister. She's not married. She's in her father's house. So her father is in what? Charge of her. That's why in our custom, you had to go and make a what? You had to go make a deal with the father before you marry his daughter. You touch his daughter. You have to go to that father. You understand? Because now you taking something away from him. You understand? So you will have to go sit with that father and talk to him. Well, being that since she's under his roof, he can be like, yo, nah, you're not gonna do that. And that's why it's so, you know what I mean? So I mean, like you vow a vow in front of mirror. That really don't mean nothing. You say something in front of mirror, you know what I mean? Really, you know what I mean, don't mean anything. Because why? Why don't mean anything? It means something, but then again, it don't mean anything. Why?
Salaki.
Salaki.
Who's going?
Sir, because no one's there to witness it.
That's it. So guess what? You could say, you know what? I vow I'm not going to what? As simple as I'm not going to drink. You make a vow in front of the mirror. I'm not gonna. I'm not. You know what I mean, by myself, not in front of the mirror, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to drink any liquor for the next 4 months. Who heard it?
The Most High did, sir.
Yeah, the Most High did, but who's gonna hold your to it then? When you drink that liquor, we ain't know what vow you made. You didn't. So how the priest of the Lord could hold it to it? to your vow that you made to the Lord. You understand?
Come.
Like you making a vow, you're gonna have to go before the priest of the Lord for that to hold. You know what I mean? For the Lord to even take you serious. Because the Lord know you smell, you know what I mean, Jack Daniels the next day. You'll drink, and then after you drink, guess what you're gonna be saying? Guess what you'll say after you drink? In your mind, we'll start after this one. Then you'll drink 2 weeks, and then you'll tell yourself we'll start after this one. But if you do it in front of the priest, guess what? There's some repercussions to pay if you take one sip. You understand? You understand? There's some repercussion you're going to have to pay. That's why the father, he is doing what? He is what? Listening to what his daughter is saying. She's making a vow, but he going to have to say, you know what? No. She wouldn't be able to do this. Why? Because he knows his daughter. He knows this young woman. He knows what she's capable of doing, what she's not capable of doing. And that vow you make, and that's how serious we took it. And that's how serious we are taking our vow in here. We're taking back our culture. You understand? You can't come in here and say, you know what I mean, you want to serve the Lord, this, that, the other, and then you want to go to the strip club. Nah, brother. You're going to get checked on that. You're going to get kicked out on that. You want to behave like you'll behave in the world? No. You're not having that in here. This ain't I.U.I.C. This ain't them other Israelite groups. You understand? We are allowed to be a sinner. Nothing here. You make that vow, you better take it very serious. You understand? And outside of the vow you're taking to becoming a priest of the Lord or becoming a sister, there's other vows you could take. You understand? Or make. You just had to come and talk to a priest first. You understand? You just had to talk to a priest first, and that vow could, you know what I mean, it could happen. To be a sister in here who come in and you want to solely dedicate your life to the truth. And you want to not have a man for 2-3 years till you build that strength until you're actually ready. That could happen, but you will have to do it in front of the priest. Doing it in front of the mirror means nothing. You got to come before a priest and do it. So now you held accountable. You held to that vow. You understand? All right? You're good on that, young man? Well, there's another part in. Did we finish reading 5? Put
So it's a couple more. It says,
Go ahead.
or her bonds for which she had bound her soul shall stand, and the Most High shall forgive her because her father disallowed her.
You understand? All right? The father is like, no, you ain't doing that. But the Lord ain't going to what? Let it stand, and he's going to forgive her. You understand? So this whole chapter here goes on to speaking about what? Making vows. You understand? I believe this is the same one. Does it have the Nazarite in this one too? I'm not too sure. But that's another vow. You understand? A man could take. But you have to do that in front of a priest. You can't do a Nazarite vow in front of your mirror. You understand? All right? Good on that?
Kanum ka tuwa.
All right.
Kanum ka tuwa.
Bro. Hey, you are coming in delayed. Kodam are coming in delayed.
Sir.
Okay.
Are we delayed to you?
In a way, because when I speak, you will talk and then it seems as if I'm coming in delayed. So I don't know.
Okay.
But you answer back there quick, so I don't think so. Okay, I think somebody has had a question. Philippines.
See it go down.
I think it's Philippines.
2 and 12.
2 and 12.
Come on. It's the book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
I should read it from the top.
Come on, it's the book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only.
Who is talking here?
This Paul, sir.
Paul talking to the brothers in where?
Philippi.
All right.
Philippi.
I believe so. I want to say Philippine, but he is talking to these brothers in a city, that they're in. All right. And he's telling them that what? Wherefore what? My beloved. You know what I mean? Because why? Paul loved these brothers in the truth. And he's saying what? Ye always what? Obeyed. And now he going on to say what? Read on.
Not as in my presence only.
Meaning what?
Now,
these men are not what? What you'll call somebody who don't switch up. Or somebody who switched up.
A man
when authority comes around. Come on, what you say?
Hypocrite.
Pleaser.
I'll take hypocrite by looking for another word.
Salaki, sir.
Two words. Come on.
Respect the persons.
I'll take that by one more layman too.
Brown nose.
Man.
Okay. I want the brown nose a little, but you know what I mean, for the YouTube purposes, for the youth purposes, I'll go with what Zion was about to say. Zion was about to say.
So, like, sir, were you saying a man pleaser?
Man pleaser.
Yes. That's a man pleaser. A man pleaser will do what? He will act one way when authority is in front of him. And then when authority is not in front of him, he act a totally what? Different way. Switch up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these men, they're not switching up. You understand? Even when Paul is not in the presence, they're behaving like they're in the truth. You understand? They're carrying about themselves like they're in the truth. So now I don't have to see a YouTube clip with you in the club with a Mitri and some white woman. You know what I mean? You're having a good time with a white woman. You understand? I can see you in the club with your Mitri and you having a good time with a sister. You just, you know what I mean, enjoying the vibes. You understand? Read on.
Come. But not much more in my absence. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
I know he's saying what? In my absence, what he's telling them to do?
Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
What does it mean by that?
So, like you, sir, is he telling them to have integrity?
Okay. Yes. But he's telling them to what? Work out their own what?
Salvation with fear and trembling.
Yes. So you go home, you understand, you behave like an angel is sitting on watching you, doing everything you're doing. You understand? And that will, you know what I mean, that will curb your flesh out. You understand? Now you are trying to what? Work out your what? Your own salvation with fear. You understand? And we know what fear is. What's fear?
So, like I said, the beginning of knowledge.
Yes. Right? What's the beginning of knowledge?
The fear of the Lord.
Which is to what?
Keep the law,
do what he said to do. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. To do his Lord's statutes and commandments. That's how you work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You understand? So now you behave in the house with your man like you will come in class and behave. You understand? You behave yourself like the man in the house, like when you come to class, how you will behave. You'll be polite to a brother, polite to a sister. And then as soon as you go home, or the lion come out, the jungle behavior come out. No. That's not you working out your salvation with fear and trembling. You understand? You come into the truth and you're not thinking about doing what with the brothers in the truth and the resources in the truth. What you're not thinking about. Wherever so often a brother or sister comes in here and abuse. What is that? What they abuse if you're not vigilant. Akim?
Salaki, sir, could you repeat that again?
I say a brother or sister comes in here, right? And because they don't fear the Lord with that trembling, they abuse something.
The
come in here for one purpose, a brother or a sister. Come on.
Salaki, sir, I was about to say they abuse the brotherhood or sisterhood.
Meaning what?
Meaning they take advantage of the brothers and sisters in here that do fear the Lord.
Yes. You have to be vigilant. Boy, I'm watching. You come in here, bet your bottom dollar I'm watching to see what you doing. You're going to come in here and abuse the mercy brothers and sisters give you because we've been given mercy and took it and ran with it. You understand? And went and bring other brothers and sisters in school. I'm watching to see what you're doing. If you just coming in here to use brothers and sisters, or you coming in here to do what? To work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You understand? Paul, had to lay it out for these brothers. You understand? He had to lay it out for them. Read on.
Verse 13. For it is God which worketh in you both to will and to do his good pleasure.
You understand? It's God that doing it. You understand? Both will and what?
Both to will and to do his good pleasure.
Yeah. Both his will and to do his good pleasure. You understand? Good pleasure is not coming in here and abusing the brotherhood, the sisterhood. You understand? You're not coming in here and then you're looking down on a sister. You're coming in here and looking down on a brother and thinking you better than him, or you better than her. You're not doing that. You're not trying to do what? Get money out of the school. You're thinking about ways of doing what? Bringing money in, paying your tithes, seeing that the school needs what the school needs, and now you giving. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometime it might come, and it might not have anything. No sweat. That's what the brotherhood is for. But it's not to come in here and abuse. You understand? You understand what I'm saying, right?
Concert.
Concert.
All right. Anything else?
Go, go.
I think Nayathaq had one too.
So, lucky, sir.
Come on.
I want in Revelation 18 and 24.
Revelation 18 and 24.
Concept.
Okay.
Want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 24.
Who phone is that? Take care of that phone.
And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints, and of all that were slain upon the earth. Now, what do you mean by that?
Yes, no. Right. So you want to know what's that speaking about?
Yeah, especially the last part, and of all that were slain upon the earth.
Right. The her is who? Read it one more time.
And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints.
Right. So
And
where's
of
the
all
blood of
that
where's the blood of the prophets and of the saints? Where are they?
in Babylon.
Yeah. Which is where today?
America.
Babylon is, yes. You understand? This or you can say this entire earth, because remember the earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Right.
You understand? And the blood of the prophets, you understand, is in this earth. And those people, her people. Read on.
And of saints.
Mm-hmm.
And of all that were slain upon the earth.
Yes. And everything. You see what's happening on the earth right now. Remember, it's said in I believe it's in book of is it Second Ezra's, right? Where it talks about, is it Second Ezra's? I can't remember. It's Second Ezra's. Where it talks about the destruction that this man been putting on the earth. You understand? The blood that he's shedding on the earth. You understand? Like, remember, it ain't just the prophets he unaliving. It's other nations he unaliving too. You understand? Well, the Lord, he gonna deal with this man. Right? Read verse 23.
And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
Mm-hmm.
And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Read on.
For thy merchants were the great men of the earth.
Read on.
For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
You understand? Like, he's telling you that what? America ain't gonna shine no more. These Europeans, their whole light about them being the first person, the Einstein, the this, the that, they're gonna be looked at as murderers on the earth, like they're being looked at right now. You understand?
So, Council, Salaki,
Come on.
That means their democracy is what he used to deceive the nation.
Democracy, and what else he used to deceive the nation?
His military.
Yes, that's sorcery. Them jets. You understand? Well, guess what? He went and stole. No, brother, understand this. How much ships of oil he done took from the stole? Not I shouldn't use took. He stole from the Venezuelan nation.
Ship.
You all know how much?
It's a lot, sir. 1.8
Mm-hmm.
million barrels.
No. Where them 1.8 million barrels is? He done sold it to Qatar for 500 and something million dollars or more. Put the money in the Qatari bank to try and circumvent laws that if he put it in any other location, now they'll have to take it and pay the bills. It's almost like I take your money, but remember, you have bills to pay for the house. But I take your money and put it in some Swiss bank account. Ain't no bills getting paid for your house, huh? None. And your nation just keep on getting poorer and poorer. And before you know it, what you think gonna happen in Venezuela? What do you think gonna happen in Venezuela?
Salakia, they'll go under new government, under U.S. government.
You're talking about the aftermath. Before they get to a new government, what's gonna happen?
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The people have to suffer first.
So meaning, okay, so what is going to happen?
Salakia.
Those of you, brother, who was in ESO military, what you think gonna happen?
Military invasion and civil unrest.
They're gonna be what?
Military invasion and civil unrest.
Okay, not so much as invasion, but just think if they lay siege to your home, before you know it, the people are going to be fighting each other. They're going to be fighting each other. Yes, they'll be fighting each other. Remember, when America came here, who was here first? Who was here in America first?
The Indians.
The who?
Indians.
The Native Indians.
Right.
What happened to the Native Indians?
They fought against each other.
Yeah. Of course.
Just like the Maroons.
And now, guess what happened to the Native Indians? Then the oppressor just came in and did what? Fight them. But by now, your nation are weak. You don't fight with the people who you've been with on the island for years before the white man come. But the white man found a way to make you think that just like the what? The serpent in the garden. Make you think you could been what? Share power with him. Make you think your tribe was going to be the most powerful tribe. Yours going to rule. But he used that. You understand? Just like what he did with Europe, what he doing with Europe right now. He had Europe. He made Europe sign a treaty to come into the UN. Made NATO, made an alliance with Europe, with NATO. Kept Russia out of NATO. You understand? Went to war against Russia with Ukraine as a proxy. And now guess what's going to happen to Europe now? What's happening to Europe right now? You're watching the news? What's happening to Europe right now?
They're
With
getting
Denmark.
scared.
With
They're
Denmark.
getting scared.
Scared of what?
America. Trump.
America is doing what? Is turning on them and saying you better give up Greenland. Come on, give it up. Give it up. Give it up, Europe. You done went and conquered and stole as much as you could steal. And now America want Greenland. You don't want to give them it? Give it up. You see. We'll see how diplomacy is going to be.
Salaki, sir.
But it's Greenland. Come on.
So I was looking up the resource, the mineral resources of Greenland, which are vast. And one of the estimations was that Greenland has like 25% of the Earth's rare mineral, what they call them, rare earth minerals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greenland has it. Because now China has almost like a monopoly on those rare earth minerals. So now they see them in Greenland, so they're going to make sure that they get that.
Give it up. You understand? Give it up. You understand? Like you all on sat back and watch us. You remember when black people was crying and they was telling us just lace your boots up and stop crying. You the problem in America. Lo and behold, the earth getting to see who the problem is. Lo and behold. Right? And now how about that one? Read 19 and 1. How about that one in there?
Canada one answer.
Go ahead. Read 19 and 1, Revelation. Right, this is right after Revelation 18 and I think 24. Read on.
Book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 1. And after these things, I heard a great voice of much people in heaven, saying, Hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord our God.
You understand? Why? Because God is going to come and get what? Revenge. He's going to avenge his prophets. You understand? He's going to avenge his people. He is going to do it. This ain't no if, ain't no but, ain't no maybe. He is going to do it. You understand? Your oppressor can't carry on with the way he's carrying on. And the Lord just sit back and watch. You understand? He's going to deal with this oppressor. And your Christian church will have you think that the Lord Almighty looking down from heaven, seeing what these oppressors doing on the earth, and not do nothing, and tell you everything will be just okay.
Just pay your tithes, and it will be fine.
Yeah. Right? Okay. Next, I think what's his name? I think we do the 2 and 12. I think now they have had 39 and 18. Ezekiel. What I make you can get that from her? Oh, young man, you get a Bible?
Got him, I have it in front of me.
You can read now?
Got him.
Okay, get Ezekiel 38 and 18.
Got him.
Hold on.
Ezekiel.
Young man, hold on. Kodam, you go ahead and read it. I think I hear the background. So don't sweat it.
Comic-Con is the book. Comic-Con, so this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 18. And it shall come to pass at the same time when God shall come against the land of Israel, said the Lord God, that my fury shall come up in my face.
Right? So he's saying what?
And it shall come to pass at the same time when God shall come against the land of Israel, said the Lord God.
Sorry, it's
that my
39. Sorry, 39.
Oh, 39. So,
yeah.
Oh, 39.
No, that's my fault.
So like,
And 18.
This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 18. You shall eat the flesh of the mighty and drink the blood of the princes of the earth, of rams and lambs and of goats and bullocks, all of them fatlings of Bashan.
Read on.
Verse 20. Thus ye shall be filled at my table with horses and chariots.
No, you read verse 19?
So I'll skip it. Verse 19, and ye shall eat fat till ye be full, and drink blood till ye be drunken of my sacrifice which I have sacrificed for you.
All right, what is that saying? What's the Lord saying here?
So, like, sir, would this be like after we overcome the nations?
So what basically what we're gonna do?
Like, I guess I gonna say eye off the hog, but eat eye off the cow.
Okay. What? Okay, just think like how black people, how we talk. Go ahead, about that one.
I would say we're going to prosper at that time.
Basically.
And reap the fruits of our labor.
That's it. It's almost as if when it tells you about the fat, just think you now remember these farmers, these white farmers that have all them cattle and stuff. You understand? They're reaping what? The fatness that their forefathers laid down for them. You understand? They're gonna get money from the government. Them white farmers fitting to get paid by the government. You understand? They're reaping what their father laid down for them. But guess what? Well, the Lord saying that ye are going to eat what? The fatness of the mighty. You understand? Not literally eat, but we're gonna what? We're gonna get all the riches. You understand? Elon Musk, you know what I mean? Have your fun right now. Christ come back today or tomorrow. His riches is going to be in your hands, in Christ's hand, and Christ is going to distribute it to whoever he feels fit. You understand?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
The first payment to the farmers is $13 billion.
You understand what I'm saying? Like that is fatness, You understand? That is balling. You understand? Them farmers, you know what I mean? They're going to be just fine on their ranches. Guess who's not going to be fine? Guess who's being eaten alive right now? Blacks, Hispanic, and First Nation people. Just imagine, you went and created, remember they had the police, you had the police already, right? Now you went and created a whole organization, right? This whole, what do you call them? ICE? these ICE, wherever, you know what I mean, Gestapos, if you want to call them that. You understand? You created that just for who? Just for us. You understand? For our people. You understand? Just for our people. So which means they what? While we suffer, they get rich. But the Lord saying the tables are going to turn on them. You understand? All right. Anything else? Okay.
Will you ask me to keep it, sir?
No, I think he wanted up to verse 19. You understand?
Okay, come on.
Like the Lord fitting, he want this place. You understand? He want this place, you know what I mean, destroyed. Remember, Christ, they say Christ what? The horse's blood is going to be up to the horse's bridle when Christ returns. You understand? I mean, this place is going to be filled, you understand, with violence. You understand? Just to free Black people, Hispanics, and First Nation people from the tyranny of these oppressors and these other nations that sat back and watched the oppressor get rich off us and try to school us. You understand? Especially that bastard called what's his name? Barack Obama. You all remember this speech? Who could get that speech from him? That he made on Father's Day. If you could find that speech, that'd be good. But do you all have any more questions before I get into this?
Khan, sir. I have a question. Offside Rock and Durham. Hey, Salaki, sir, there's like this slogan, right, that goes on. I've heard on social media. I've heard Akim say it, and it's what do you say to sisters, right, that encourage this statement or actually love this statement that you want your wife to you want a soldier, you want a rib, like do you want her to be a so it's like when that's heard, like it make it seem like a brother wants his wife to be a robot or like some and then when a sister hears that, it's like, oh, I don't have to listen, I don't have to obey because I'm only a weaker vessel, so you have to pardon me, you have to excuse me being disrespectful or whatever a sister is. But the statement is, anytime there is an issue and a brother is like, damn, I wish my wife would do this, or hey, you want a soldier, or you want a wife, or you want a rib, however they put it. And it seems like it's giving a pass, or sisters use it or can use it as a pass when the perception of a soldier seems like it's like some tyrant, like, hey, do this and do that, do this. Where in the UPK, I've never had a man above me be given order and be that wasn't brotherly about it. So why can't that correlation be, what I mean, not necessarily a soldier, but just being a sister, just being a good sister to a brother, and not be such a monster and a tyrant in the home. I'm just saying, I that statement I feel like is irresponsible to a degree. Salaki, sir.
Yeah, to a degree, right? Okay, the statement sometimes might be true. You understand? But it's counsel. The couple might need marriage counsel. That's why you don't go on social media and try to, air your relationship out. We don't do that in here. We don't condone that type of behavior in here. You have an issue with your husband, you a husband, you have an issue with your rib, you could get marriage counsel. You understand? You have some issue that both of you are going through, you all could, definitely call a camp leader and see if he could set up either a trespass council or a what? A marriage council. I wouldn't advise a sister, to make that statement online. And I won't advise, a brother or anybody to try and, entertain it. But we living in a world here where social media is, is everything. But I wouldn't condone it. But then again, I don't know the dynamics, in that relationship. I just won't, I won't comment on nothing like that on that. If that's what you're asking. All right.
Come on, and I have a second question based on what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Could you give me an example of a trespass council between a husband and a wife versus a marriage council?
Well, okay. What's a trespass?
An ought, sir.
Yes. So if your wife have an ought with something that you doing, right? Or you have an ought with something that she's doing. You're trying to tell her to do something. She don't want to do it. She's refusing to do it. You understand? You might have an ought with that. She's trying to get you to do something, but you don't want to do it. You don't want to hear her out. She might have an ought with that. Right? So you go to here and there alone. You can't work it out. Right? One might be, you know what? I think we should take this to council. Because you want to take the money and go gamble it. Go pay it on the lottery when you have electric bill to pay. You understand? You might want to take the money that's supposed to come to the household and now you go spend it on something that you want to spend it on. You understand? So she has a heart with that. Because she come to you and you ain't listening and you're constantly doing it. So she has a heart. So she could take it to trespass council. Now marriage council could mean you might be bumping heads, and it ain't. Something is going on where the other person not seeing it the way you seeing it. It's a real thin line. You understand? Because maybe you're trying to make this work and it's not working. So guess what? We just need to have what? Marriage council. You get it? And in the marriage council, it could come out that, you trespass. You understand? Any trespass, it come out that this really, you'll need marriage counseling. You understand? So it all depends on the situation we're trying to get you to understand. Like the statement you're making is broad. You understand? It has to be specific for me to decide, whether this is trespass, this is marriage. All depends. All right?
So, lucky, sir.
Come on.
What exactly is an ought?
An ought is it's simply if I say something to you or do something to you that you don't like, and you come to me and I say, well, no, I could tell you that. I could tell you shut up. I could tell you F you. I could do it. And you like, Salak, yes, sir. And I feel, offended. That's a ought. Now, if I don't agree to what you're saying, no, we could go to council. No, we could go to council. We have to go to council. You have to take me to council. You understand? An ought is that offense. Some offense. You understand? Some brothers or some sisters might think, certain things they're doing might not be an offense, but it's not you to decide whether it's offense or not. It's the person who's what? Being what? The person who's being what?
So, lucky, sir. Being offended?
Yeah, the person who's being offended. You understand? Right? It's a person being offended. If that person will be offended and come to you genuinely and tell you, I'm offended by this, that, the other, and you don't hear them out, then you have to take it to counsel. And then the council will decide whether or not, you know what I mean, who is at ought and what judgment needs to take place. Okay?
Salakia, the one.
Come on.
Oh, Sarah. Salakia. Would you also, and this is just for the listeners out there, is counsel, marriage counsel, or even individual counsel, is it only during a crisis, or would you highly encourage counsel even when nothing's going wrong in a marriage?
Okay. If nothing is going wrong, then you really don't need marriage counsel. But if something is going wrong, you understand, then you do need counsel. It's like, if you're not sick, then why are you taking pills? Why are you taking medicine if you're not sick? You understand? It's the same thing, you know what I mean, with marriage. If your marriage is going smooth and everything working out the way it's supposed to work out for you and your wife, then why do you need counseling? That's the question I would ask them. You understand? But I won't wait for it to, you know what I mean, go all the way left field before, because it starts off with, you know what I mean, the arguments. You arguing, you know what I mean, of course, a marriage, 99% of the times, you're going to find yourself in some type of argument. But there must be a way you could bring it back. Give me where it says in the Bible, don't let the sun go down on your anger. You understand? Remember that. And also remember, right? What does oppression do to a man or a woman?
Salaki, sir, it makes them mad.
With what?
With the situation or why they're being oppressed?
You sure?
La.
How does it show? How does it show up in our home?
Shalaki.
Come on.
It make them fight.
Make who fight?
Husband and wife. The family.
For what? For what?
Fight for power.
For power. So remember my question, right? Remember, I asked, what does oppression do? Oppression gets you what? You're angry. But is that woman oppressing you? Is that man oppressing you? Is he the reason why he can't get a job to pay them bills?
Right.
Or she can't get a job to pay them bills?
Right.
You understand? Is she the reason? I know some of us gonna be like, well, yeah, she could have go to school. He could go to school. We're not just talking about one person. You individualize it. I talk about a nation. What's taking place as a nation? Black people are being oppressed, and with oppression, right? It could have what serious mental distress on you. And when you go home, sometimes when you go home, if you had a stressful day, that woman just has to say, you know what I mean, shalom, baby. I ain't have no food warm up for years yet. And before you know it, pot and pan is on the floor, and you know what I mean, cups at the front door. And you'll be sitting in the prison, and guess what? You'll be sitting in jail, what? Guess what? You'll be sitting in jail what?
No food.
Yeah. More hungry. And guess what? Who you gonna turn and try to fight? Whoever is in the prison with you.
Salakia.
Come on.
Jesus, please.
Yeah.
Help me, Jesus.
Yeah, and you'll be begging.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like if we could just understand that the person in that house is not your enemy, just understand that just, you know what I mean, for the slightest or slight. Just give the person in the house the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
We were able to give Barack Obama, who we don't even know, we don't have a personal relationship with Barack Obama. We gave him the benefit of the doubt after his first election. And we thought that what? He was going to do the second time, 4 years, he was going to do something for us. And he still failed. And then he came out. And we still say, you know what? He tried. We blame his fault. Who did we blame his faults on?
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We blamed it on the Republicans.
Well, not just the Republicans. Who we blamed it on? Give me it in a nutshell.
The oppressor.
Yes, the oppressor. They blame it on the oppressor. Well, guess what? Blame what your man going through on the oppressor too. Blame what your woman going through on the oppressor too.
That's right.
You understand? And now if you still can't get fixed, here comes the UPK with the best, you will get the best counseling ever on the planet Earth. The best counseling. Your marriage is going to last for a lifetime. You understand? In here. It's going to last for a lifetime in here. You just have to want to fight.
Right.
That's all you have to do. Wake up every morning wanting to fight.
That's right.
To fight who?
The oppressor.
Well, yeah, but before you get to the oppressor, who you got to fight?
Yourself.
The person in the house.
No, yourself. Not the person in the house. Yeah, yourself. I'm going to take you to say the person in the house is yourself.
Kind of my car, sir.
Right? Yourself. You're going to fight yourself out. You got to fight yourself not to do what? Not to sin.
Right.
You understand? And to think. You know what I mean? Think. Really think hard before you talk to a woman in a way that you know you can't take back them words. But think hard. Now, is there sometimes she deserve it? Of course she might deserve it. You might have to, you know what I mean, you might have to use the B word a few times. You understand? But that don't mean, you know what I mean, that's the end. You understand? No, you better you use the B word, you better be using it in a way where it should be used. Because you use it in a wrong way, brother, we could be in a council. You understand? And then that B could get flipped on you. You understand? But you know acting like the woman. So you better be careful. Better come in these classes, take what you're learning, you understand, and practice it at home. You understand? Come on, give me one.
Kawakan, this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 26. Salaki. Be ye angry and sin not.
So you can be angry, but you don't have to sin. That's why in here, you don't assault anybody. A woman is not allowed to put her hands on her husband. A man is not allowed to put their hands on their wife.
That's right.
We don't allow that garbage in here. You understand? We do not. Read on.
Kawakan, let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Let not the sun go down upon your what?
Your wrath.
You have to find a way for you and that rib to fix it. Fix it. You understand? You have to fix whatever the issue is. If you can't get that fix, then you need counseling. You need it. You understand?
Salakia,
No,
can I
no.
read?
Come on.
Can I read 27?
Yes.
Salakia, it says, never give place to the devil.
Never give place to what?
Never give place to the devil.
That's where the oppressor comes in. Remember, we said the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. Remember, he did studies on animals, specifically rats. He knows what happens when you start putting pressure on rats. When you start oppressing them in a way where you're holding food from them, you controlling how they survive, you putting them in a controlled environment, he knows the outcome of that. You understand? He knows the outcome. Remember, in the Bible, right? When we were given land by the Lord, right? Did the Lord just say, you know what, Benjamin and Judah, you'll take this land. Ephraim and this one, take. What did he do? He put us each in what? What did he do?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Each person get their lots.
Yeah, each person got their lot. Each person got their lot. You understand? But with the oppressor, he tried to do what now with you? He tried to now go bring in and put the so-called Hamites. And you in the Caribbean, don't talk, he put the Chinese, the who?
East Indian.
The East Indians. And now you know what I mean? You coming up and you like, yo, why I can't make it? Because these Chinese and these East Indians, they're the white man now to you. They're the oppressor to you on the islands. You understand? What is going on with the brothers in America under the white man is what's going on in the Caribbean with the Chinese, with the East Indians, and the other nation over us. Like, remember, England, brother, I'm telling you, boy, when Christ come back, those Englishmen, you mean you Jakes, you all could have, you know what I mean, Esau across here. Them Englishmen, boy, I had something for you Englishmen when Christ returned. You understand? I got something for you. You know what I mean, a few exercises. I mean, we stretch first. I mean, make sure you get warm. Got something for you all to do. You understand? But he know what he's doing now. He is purposely oppressing you. You understand? Look at what he did to the other nation. He left China alone. He left Iran alone. He left all them other nations alone. But me and you, he did not. And he continues not to. You understand? All right? I know we're almost up on the time. We're up on the time. Just give me about 5 or 10 more minutes max. All right? I had this thing to play here for you, this video. I don't know if you all saw it. All right? And a statement this person made. What's his name? Tabawan. Look up this. What did the Danish parliamentary member? I'm a thing it for you. All right. And then I'll play the video. So check the chat area, tab 1.
Okay, sir.
I'll send you what to put in. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to play this video here for you. Now listen to this Lockerwood gremlin. Listen to how these people think. Oh man. Okay. Give me 1 minute, right? I'm a cancel that. All right. Top one, I think you gotta play. It's making me having to jump out of the was in Bankel. You could play you behind the computer, right?
Con Wakan.
Okay, so I you play the video and let Taba one get that story to go with the video. You play the YouTube video there. Right?
This video of Barack Obama.
No.
Did you send it?
Okay, you could play play that video with Barack Obama, but then I want this video here quick. On the way over the time. Come on.
Come on. There we go.
Slug, sir.
Uh-huh.
You just wanted the story, right?
Yeah, let's get holy story. All right,
Come
go
on,
ahead
I got
on,
it, sir.
Bankia.
It was Barack Obama's first church service since resigning from Trinity United Church of Christ. Visiting a Southside Chicago congregation, he talks personally on the role of faith in his life.
People ask me sometimes, how do you manage all this? Folks talking about you on cable and
Bankia, you know the exact time for it?
I trust in the Lord.
Say that again out of one.
You know the exact time stamp?
I do not. This was a video about him speaking against absent black fathers.
Yeah, I know. Do you know?
This is the
you
video
don't know
that
this time
showed up.
stamp.
I do not, sir.
Okay, let's put a minute into
It's a 2-minute video.
Let's put a minute into it.
Come on, sir.
He looks after me. Every
With
day.
his wife and daughters looking on, Obama delivers a broader Father's Day message, calling on fathers, especially in the African American community, to play a greater role in their children's lives.
But if we're honest with ourselves, we'll admit that too many fathers are also missing. Too many fathers are MIA. Too many fathers are AWOL. Missing from too many lives and too many homes. They've abandoned their responsibilities. They're acting like boys instead of men.
Even straying from his script to make this point.
Any fool can have a child. That doesn't make you a father. Leaving them a
Obama shares his own experience.
All right, that's
A
good on
father
that.
who left home.
You understand? That's good on that. You understand? Like, remember that black folks, Hispanics, and First Nation. You understand? Remember speeches like this with men like this. You understand? Who works for the so-called oppressor. Like, he would have never gone into a white church and said that. The mic would have just cut off. Or somebody would have come and put a hand on his shoulder and try to escort him outside. You understand? Now listen to this. Now tell me who raised this man. Play it.
For America's national security. The new domain of international competition
we just using this for educational purposes.
Is the ability to control movement, navigation, lanes of travel in the polar and Arctic regions. Greenland is 25% larger than Alaska. Greenland is the size of 1/4 of the continental United States. With respect to Denmark, Denmark is a tiny country with a tiny economy and a tiny military. They cannot defend Greenland. They cannot control the territory of Greenland. Under every understanding of law that has existed about territorial control for 500 years, to control a territory, you have to be able to defend a territory, improve a territory, inhabit a territory. Denmark has failed on every single one of these tests. So they want us to spend hundreds of billions of dollars defending a territory for them that is 25% bigger than Alaska at 100% American expense, But they say, while we do this, it belongs 100% to Denmark. It's a raw deal. It's an unfair deal. And most importantly, it's unfair to the American taxpayer who have subsidized all of Europe's defense for generations now. American dollars, American treasure, American blood, American ingenuity is what keeps Europe safe and the free world safe. And Donald Trump's insisting that we be respected, Sean.
Who's that man father? I would like to know. Who is his father? You understand what he's saying?
Come on.
What is he saying?
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, first of all, he's lying because Denmark and Greenland is part of NATO. And we have a treaty with them to defend if an outside enemy attacked Denmark or Greenland. The whole force of NATO is supposed to be behind them.
Right. Now, what is this? What is this, you know what I mean, thing in a suit and tie saying? He is saying that what Denmark, since they don't have a what? A military. You understand? They don't have any means of defending themselves. They should just do what?
Give it up.
Give it up.
Give it up. No, we might not understand their language. But guess who understands their language? Who understands Esau's language?
Esau.
Esau understands his language. So let's hear what Esau have to say. Tab, you have that for me?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead, read it.
Come on, sir. Salaki, sir.
Hey, Salaki, sir. Before you read that, it sounds similar to how the oppressor used to speak on the so-called slaves, right? They used to say we like slavery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We like the food. We were fed. We had shelter. We couldn't do for ourselves without them. We would just be savage.
Yeah.
And it's like the similar theme that I heard.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying, when they were describing the benefit of slavery to the so-called slaves, or you know what I'm saying. So I just wanted to put that out before we went on.
Yeah, what you're saying is so right. But when Esau speak or say those words, he's actually talking to other Edomites, letting them, like giving them like what's that word? Like he's trying for them not to feel bad for what they did to us in the past. You understand? He's trying to take away that conscience of the Esau when he speaks like that. But listen to what this Edomite here going to say. Read it. Go ahead, top one.
Come on. Select, sir. Let's read it. Look at the top of the article. Danish politician accuses Stephen Miller of having mentality of a rapist towards mentality of a rapist.
A mentality of a rapist.
Towards Greenland in shocking MS Now interview. MS Now.
You understand? Hold on. You understand what he's saying, right?
Come on, sir.
This man has the what? Mentality of a what? Of a rapist. I ain't saying it. Tab one is said. Who said it, Tab one?
So like it was said by the Danish MP Rasmus Jarlov.
Yeah, he is in the Danish parliament. He ain't just come off the street. You understand? He knows what type of language this is. This is, I am big, you are small. I want this, and you cannot stop me. You understand? It's almost the same as a rapist. So you know what I mean? And that's how they think. You understand? Now, if you go look it up, what's the psychology of a rapist? Types of rapists. You have your power rapist. Seeks to assert control and adequacy, often using intimidation rather than extreme force. So they know what they're talking about. They know what he's doing. Read on.
Oh, come on, sir. Salaki, MS Now's Alex Witt offered an on-air disclaimer after a member of Denmark's parliament made a shocking statement about Chief White House aide Stephen Miller having the mentality of a rapist towards Greenland. Danish MP Rasmus Jarlov spoke with Witt on Saturday about President Donald Trump's continued threats to take over Greenland, which has been firmly under the auspices of Denmark since 1814. Witt played video of Miller arguing for Greenland to become part of the United States before asking for Jarlov's response. This is a quote from Miller's clip we just watched. Denmark is a tiny country with a tiny economy and a tiny military. They cannot defend Greenland. They cannot control the territory of Greenland. Under every understanding of law that has existed about territorial control for 500 years.
So, top one, that's verbatim what he said just now, right?
Sir.
Which lets you know, as Yanisa was saying, they're part of NATO. You understand? So in other words, they ain't just paying this money to Greenland. Greenland is part of NATO. You understand? Why are you going to now try to gangster Denmark for Greenland? It's not that you ain't complaining about what Russia is doing to Ukraine too. And that's what I'm saying. Most of these oppressors, you know what I mean, people on the whole will point the finger at what somebody doing, but more than likely, guess what's happening? Guess who's doing it too? Who doing it too? Who doing it too?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
They are doing it too.
Yeah. That's why we have things placed in our laws. What did Christ tell you to do? About taking the mote out your eye. What should you do first? Before you take the mote, go ahead.
Remove the beam out of yours, sir.
Yeah. You're looking at the, you know what I mean, your what your brother and sister have in the eye. But you got some big, you know what I mean, ass beam sticking out of yours. You understand? That is to remove what from you? Taking that beam out your eyes to remove what from you? That the white man have in abundance.
Hypocrisy.
No, somebody said it. Who said that?
Salakia. Hypocrisy.
Yeah, who said that?
Eric.
Young man. Correct. Get young man a hand. Yeah, that's it. That's just have you not be a hypocrite. You understand? Because the white man, he is a what? Living and breathing hypocrite. He tell you not to do something, and before you know it, he's doing it. And he's giving you a reason why he doing it. Like if that reason make any sense to you.
To make it okay.
It's like he trying to give you a reason when we all see what you're doing. You're stealing. And what did the Bible say about stealing land? Give me a quick one. Give me Deuteronomy 19 and 4.
You gotta
pay
it
the
back.
Lord give us land.
You gotta pay it back.
Yeah. Come on.
Kodam, you got it?
All right. Deuteronomy 19 and 14. I mean, we are not to be like him.
Deuteronomy.
Got it.
Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 14.
Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark,
Mhm.
which they of old times have set in thine inheritance.
You understand? Like we have laws on how to deal with each other, man. This oppressor, he don't care about these laws. He don't. He want to create his own laws. Tell people they have to have this to govern themselves. You go do it. But then he find a way to go around. Still trying to come and steal land from you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Give me Micah 2:1. Micah 2:1-2.
Khan.
Right, and then we'll do one more.
I got
Right?
it, sir.
Go ahead.
Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity.
Woe to them that what?
That devise iniquity.
And that's the thing. The oppressor know his time is but short. You understand? God is telling you what? Destruction to them that devise iniquity. And what this oppressor is devising is iniquity. Read on.
Khan. And work evil upon their beds.
And what?
And work evil upon their beds.
Even when they're going to sleep. Do you know this dude called Donald Trump? You heard about him releasing the text he got from the French president, Macron? That man released everything, post everything online. Look it up, Tab 1. Make Macron look like a, you know what? A B, a W, you name it. All right, read on.
When the morning is light, they practice it.
They what?
They practice it.
Yeah, they come on news and tell you like Stephen Miller that
right.
you can't defend your place. And this is where you had to ask black people too. Ask them. These are questions to ask them. First, you had to ask them, are we in slavery?
Right.
What they're going to say?
Nope.
They're going to say la.
No. Okay, no sweat. If the white man wanted to put us back in slavery tomorrow, what can we do to stop him?
So like you say.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is nothing, but a black person will be like, we'll fight.
But he ain't doing it now.
Right.
He ain't doing it now. You understand?
Right.
He don't want to fight. He ain't fighting now. He can't do nothing. Fight and do what? And then if he says fight, okay, what you gonna fight with your fists? You're gonna pick up a gun? Who made the guns? Who made the bullets? What happened when the bullets run out?
Right.
Now you'll start to see the chains turning in slow motion in that head. And then before you know it, he trying to switch topic because you done box him in. He can't do nothing. Right. Which means you are in slavery and you don't even know it.
Right.
The chains done come off your hands and feet around your neck and now inside here to the point where you don't even think you're enslaved. But you can't defend yourself. And Miller telling you.
Right.
You can't defend yourself. What the hell you gonna do? They have the military. What you gonna do? You understand?
So
what
like
are you going to do? Come on.
I got another scripture, if I may.
Come on.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting power against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his.
Yeah. And that's what they're doing right now. Europe is doing right now. But they're trying to come at Donald Trump, like a like a llama. Tabu, when you got it? You got the text?
Come on, sir.
That's all over the internet. Just read a little bit of it. And you would think Macron is a woman speaking to her man. Read.
Come on, sir. This article kind of breaks it up, but he said, my friend, speaking of Donald Trump, my friend, we are totally in line on Syria. We can do great things on Iran. I do not understand what you are doing on Greenland. I can set up a G7 meeting after Davos in Paris on Thursday afternoon. I can invite the Ukrainians, the Danish, the Syrians, and the Russians in the margins. Let us have a dinner together in Paris on Thursday before you go back to the U.S.
That's what I told you. I'd be able to hold yourself out. Have some discipline.
Let us have a dinner together in Paris on Thursday before you go back to the U.S. Thank you, sir.
This man wants to take Donald Trump out there. Keep begging him to come out with him so they can sit down and talk.
Right.
You understand? Like, brother, I'm telling you, what the Lord have coming these people way, it's gonna be nice, and they're gonna have earned it. All right. Finish. What you have? What's his name? Batizar one.
Khan, sir.
Yeah, one, then we're done.
Khan. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Because it's in the what?
The power of their hand.
They have the military might. What the hell are you going to do? The only thing we could do here, we are going to have to pray to the Lord. Right. There's no way you're defeating this man without the Lord. These other nations, China is scared unto death to go to war with this white man. Even their own brothers, the Russian, don't want to start it. You understand? We are going to have to pray to the Lord to start it. You understand? We're going to have to pray to him, or else we'll forever be conquered. And the Lord is not having that. You understand? Now, one last one. Go to Ecclesiasticus 34 and 21. 21 to 22. And that's it. All right. You get it? I mean, you brothers and sisters out there, man, make sure and hit that thumbs up. Hit that like button. Share the classes. You understand? I know a lot of y'all, watching it out there, but you all in hitting that thumbs up or subscribing. Do it. It could save your life. Come on.
Damn right. Shalaki, what was the chapter again?
Ecclesiasticus 34 and 21.
34. Kind of, I have it, sir. Ecclesiasticus chapter 34, verse 21. The bread of the needy is their life.
The bread of the what?
Of the needy is their life.
Meaning what? That's what they have to live on, man. Poor people don't have much. Right. You understand? But their food, that's what's going to help them, survive. Right. You understand? And what you need for bread? What you need to make bread? Where bread come from?
Salaki.
Come on.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Flour, as in wheat.
Where you get flour from?
Wheat.
And
from the earth.
Where the wheat come from?
from the earth.
So which means you need what? Land.
Land.
But you take that from us. So now guess what? You telling us you can't feed yourself.
Right.
I'll feed you, but you're gonna have to pay me. You done stole we land, stole our culture, and now we have to come to you for everything. And if we try to go get it on our own, there's some law you're coming to bring to try and jam us up with. You understand? Black people will get chickens act and have them chickens and live off the land with them chickens. We can't do it. Guess what? You're living in the city. So guess what? There's codes.
Right.
You want to go out and outside the city, you don't have the money to do that. Because guess what? You gotta come in the city to go to work. You don't have it.
Right.
Read it one more time.
Kind on kind. Ecclesiasticus chapter 34, verse 21. The bread of the needy is their life.
Mm-hmm.
He that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood.
What is that saying now? Come on.
That the white man is the devil.
That's right. He is the devil. I'll take the answer. But he's saying something here. Who is the he?
Salakia, the oppressor.
Yes.
The Donald Trump.
And he is and the him is who?
The him is the poor man, the needy.
Yes. And you defraud the needy.
Right.
What does that mean of that? What is it saying about that man?
Like I said.
Come on.
It says that he is a man of blood.
Mm-hmm. Meaning what?
Meaning he's a killer. Like he tried to kill that man, really.
Yes. And that is what's going on right now.
Okay.
These other white men, they know that's what it's going to come down to. They know if America take that land, guess who's going to suffer? Who's going to suffer?
Salak, sir.
Uh-huh.
The Greenlanders.
Yeah. But they don't see that when it comes to us. Like we suffering right now. Guess what America going to say? We give you everything. We give you everything. We give WIC, EBT. You get everything you need to survive.
Right.
That's how these oppressors think. But the Lord saying, you defraud this man, you are a man of what? Blood. And the Lord going to come and see you. The Lord is going to come and see you for the way you've been treating black people, Hispanics, and First Nation people. You're deporting the Hispanics all the country. Guess what you're not deporting to along with the Hispanics? What they're not deporting along with the Hispanics?
You said what they're not?
Yeah, what are they not deporting along with the Hispanics? Just think now, right? If ICE was to kick in the door of your school, grab you up, Zion, put you on a plane, take you and put you in the middle of Africa, Sudan, or one of them places. Visualize what he in the port too.
Salak, sir.
Come on.
The Europeans that are not straight.
Say it one more time.
The Europeans that are not straight, these people.
No. Understand what I'm asking. So you remember.
Who is not deported?
Yeah, what has he not deported along with Zion?
Oh, their money.
Yeah. Their wealth. Their houses. They ain't put a house on a jumbo jet and take it. They ain't put them in money. Yes, and remember, these Hispanics, if they don't have a social security number. What they can't have.
So like a bank account.
So if they don't have a bank account, where the money at?
They have it on them.
What do you mean on them?
In their pockets, in their cars, in their family, in their houses, in their homes.
They have their money in the house ark.
Come
You ain't
on.
walking around with money in your pocket. You want to get robbed. You have that money at home. And these ICE agents is going into these people's houses, and guess what they're doing? You think what they're looking for? Cookies? Butter?
Like they in there,
No.
they in there stealing.
Yeah. Because then they're not deporting these people belonging. They're gonna take it. They're gonna take his work vehicle, that van that he worked hard to pay for, and now some white man is going to auction it off.
Yeah,
For
You
pennies,
understand?
sir. So like you, sir.
Come on.
They're gonna sell their possessions to white people for pennies.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You defrauded him, and therefore you're a man of blood, and the Lord gonna come see you. So guess what? Go fight for Greenland. Do like what the Israelis doing right now, fighting for a land that don't belong to them. Go fight the Palestinians. Go fight Iran. And all we're going to do is just sit back. And the Lord said what? Since you are a man that like blood, guess what's going to happen to you? Blood going to follow you. Since you like blood, it's going to follow you. You understand? All right, Salaki, I'm done. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Tabawan. Any questions? Yeah, maybe we'll get it next week. Salaki Barakim. 2 hours for running with me for that time. Salaki.
12, yeah.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in Hebrew, and is pronounced ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Feast of Purim, which will be taking place, Salakia, will be taking place March 2nd and March 3rd, Monday and Tuesday, March 2nd and March 3rd, the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, Salakia. Okay, of course, you know what I'm saying, get with if you're in North Carolina, your Officer Mahayar, as far as Sabbath and High Holy Days for Durham, Salakia, get with the respective person in your zone who's over that department to if you want to bring food and so on and so forth to get all your information for that feast, Salakia. I believe it's a class. It's a 2-hour. Each day is a 2-hour class, Salakia. Akimanak Wathin and check on social media. Set is I.S.U.P.K.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, men of Israel,
let's say the prayers for the curses.
Come on, sir.
So you just put yourself on mute so that it don't reverb and let Durham say it. The rest of us just face the east.
Come on. And with that, everybody, I majim, which means to stand. Wapanya Kwadum, turn and face the east. Salakia, we're going to read the prayer for the curses.
Fayetteville, you will have it right there. Fayetteville.
Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the pockets of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Wall Street. Open up the internet. Oh, Salaki, where's that at? Open up the internet, Salaki, and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Let loose all the plagues. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us. As we speak thy word, cause it to be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always. So be it.
Sisters, Yashab, be seated. Men of Israel, Saul turn to face the teacher. Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Ahmad Barak, Yahweh Bashem,
Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Brakathum.
Yajim Matah, Saul turn to face the sisters. Sisters, Ahmad, which means to stand. Saul turn to face the brothers. Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Ahmad Barak, Yahweh Yajim Matah. Class dismissed.